I'm Russ Wigginton, president of the National Civil Rights Museum, and we are honored to be here today with Amaré Stoudemire, National Civil Rights Museum Sports Legacy Award winner. As an 18-year-old, what was going through your mind when you decided to embark on a professional basketball career? And talk about it from the standpoint of not just the athletic part, but the personal side of that experience.
Well, I think for me, I was more so focused on being the best player I can be, right? The idea was to go into the NBA as a rookie and to make my name, present right away. And that's what I was able to do. And also from a personal standpoint, it was an opportunity for me to take care of my family, right? And so both of those points played a big factor.
Well, I'd say you did that and then some. One of the things that you did early in your career was stand out both on the court and off the court. The National Civil Rights Museum, in conjunction with the Memphis Grizzlies, are so pleased to recognize you for your outstanding humanitarian efforts. Could you speak to the most significant part of being connected with a team and what teamwork meant to you and what teamwork means to you now?
Well, being with a team allows you to have a sense of stability, right? You got a group of teammates that are with you 24/7, basically, right? You're playing 82 games, not including playoffs or preseason. You're practicing with them in so many practices throughout the year. You're having dinner with your teammates. So it gives you a sense of camaraderie and stability. And a lot of that is very important for a young player like myself. I was 18 years old when I first got drafted, and I played, went straight to out of high school. So it was important to have that type of camaraderie early on in my career.
And building that camaraderie, thinking about how do we do that in society? How do we do that in community? I mean, one of the things that we often talk about is how to be in community. Speak to the role that being in community meant throughout your career and even to this day.
Well, community means, to me, is that education is always at the forefront of that, right? You have to always be able to educate yourself and empower your mind to read more and to advance as a person and to live accordingly, right? So once that happens, then you're able to now establish a self-sustainable, successful community, and that's what's most important. You build on education. You have character traits. You have your acts of kindness. You treat your neighbor fairly. You're not stealing from one another in these things, and that always help enhance the community.
You mentioned taking care of your family. Talk about your family. Talk about life getting to that 18-year mark, and then before you went into the National Basketball Association.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. I mean, I grew up in an environment where it was hard to make it out of, right? Small town in Florida, and it was not an easy deal, right? No one was being successful. Everybody is, not everyone's dropping out of school. The streets is calling your name. You have all type of activities that you can get into that's not productive. And for me, I had two cornerstones in my life. I had God and I had basketball. And those were the two cornerstones that allowed me to kind of stay focused and follow my own path and not follow the other trends. And that helped me a lot.
And so with that foundation and going on to such a distinguished career, what type of engagements do you, in giving back and mentoring, if you will, do you do today to instill that for other young people in society?
Well, again, it goes back to education. I started my foundation in 2004. I was 22 years old. And the motto of that was to cure poverty through education. I feel like if you educate yourself, you can get yourself out of a certain predicament. And that's what I've been able to do. And still today. I mean, for me in my personal journey, I've learned so much throughout my rookie year to my 4 years of being retired, and still learning as time go on, right? So that's the key to success.
You mentioned couple different ways the what opportunity provides and the opportunity for economic prosperity and advancement. Dr. King spent a lot of time, a lot of his career, a lot of his work talking about economic empowerment and talking about really giving people the opportunity to reach their full potential. It sounds like your foundation and your efforts are very much aligned with that. Would you agree? Or?
Absolutely. I mean, economic empowerment is important, right? First of all, you have to do your job and do your job correctly and with the highest order, right? And then once that happens, then you have people and clientele that want to buy from you, or you establish your e-commerce from people that know you are honest and a person. You know what I'm saying? And when that happens, then you can build your clientele, you know, and word of mouth get out that this company is you know, they're sharp, they're on it, they're educated, they're not trying to get over on you. And once you establish that type of reputation, then you can build your e-commerce.
Sure. You've mentioned also the importance of education, and one of the things we try to do at the National Civil Rights Museum is make sure all people understand the important aspects of African American history and how it is infused in American history, and the trials and tribulations of this country over time in contributing to the well-being of this country moving forward. That education is not always lifted up to the degree that perhaps it could. People like yourself who have a voice, who have have had wonderful careers, means a lot for young people to hear from you about the importance of education, and we applaud you for that effort.
Thank you. Yeah, it's important. I mean, obviously, as far as the African American community, it's a matter of just being able to be presentable, right? If you want your community to grow and be respected around the world, you have to be presentable. You have to be well groomed. You have to speak with manners. You have to have a beautiful conversation. You have to be able to communicate with people around the world. Because nowadays, international commerce, everyone makes money around the world nowadays, not just here in America. So you have to be able to establish yourself as an international person in order to make that kind of jump to be international. And it starts with being able to be well-spoken, well-groomed, and presentable.
Well, and as somebody who spent part of his career playing internationally, could you mention what was the most distinctive difference you found playing internationally or being in other countries, if you will, in comparison to the United States? What lessons did you learn from that experience?
I think basketball itself allowed me to travel the world, right? I was able to experience so many different cultures just through the game of basketball alone. And just being aware of what I'm seeing in these cultures and how people conduct themselves and how, you know, this person sells their product and how this happens in their community and the food that they eat and all these things. And being able to just establish and see all this and apply what I learn and what I see to myself, which in return, you want to become the best version of yourself. So you learn from all these cultures, and basketball allowed me to really experience that international, you know, those international eyes.
Sure.
To apply to myself.
Sure. Final question. You've had a chance to experience the National Civil Rights Museum. What lesson or lessons did you learn from touring the museum that you would like to embark onto others?
I think what I've learned by touring the Civil Rights Museum is that there's a lot of perseverance that we have endured in the African American community, right? Whether it's just being brought from, you know, an Atlantic slave trade to overcoming slavery, to then being able to fight for, you know, civil rights and these things, and to persevere through all these steps shows us that we are God's people, right? We are definitely in the hands of God in order to persevere through all of this. And now it's a matter of us to continue that trend going forward.
So Amaré, in retirement, I know you have many interests. Could you speak to things that are how you are engaging in the community and how you're spending your time?
Well, I established a farm, right? I feel like having a farm as an African-American farm owner, a lot of us farmers have not been able to continue that trend, right? So I was able to establish a farm, a 200-acre cattle farm out of New York, And that's how I spend most of my time. I spend most of my time farming and growing, grass-fed cattle. So that's how it goes.
So the image of this 6'10" person on that cattle farm is exciting, and I hope everybody is capturing that image and the role, honestly, of land ownership and the importance of that for so many reasons is a powerful notion. So I applaud you in that effort.
Thank you.
Amaré Stoudemire, thank you for being with us at the National Civil Rights Museum. We're honored and excited to be in community with you and support the tremendous work you are doing in the community and in connection with the National Civil Rights Museum. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Today's episode is brought to you by the National Civil Rights Museum, located at the Lorraine Motel, the assassination site of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It chronicles key episodes of the American Civil Rights Movement, examines today's global civil and human rights issues, provokes thoughtful debate, and serves as a catalyst for positive social change.